Hey guys, how's it going? Bit of a late video going out tonight, sort of just trying to work out my predictions. So as you can tell from my shirt, I'm one of my wrestling shirts. This weekend is WrestleMania. So spoken out my predictions for it this afternoon and this evening. A couple of matches sort of got me stumped on who I think is going to win. If you're new to the channel, haven't watched any of my stuff before, given that the whole world's in isolation from that shall not be named, after watching this, and obviously after watching Mania, go back, check out some of my videos, see what you think. Hopefully you enjoy them. In terms of this is obviously my first attempt at doing a prediction video for like wrestling or anything like that. So if you've got any hints and tips for me to help improve it going forward, because I think I might start doing this a bit more now, just leave them in the comments below. If you like what you see, thumbs up. But as I said, it's a bit late at the moment, about 8:30 on what is it, Saturday the 4th, so it'll be, yeah, it's going to be a late upload in terms of like for anyone here in Australia or whatever. But if you're watching it anywhere else in the world, it'll probably be at a decent time. But as I said, first time doing this, any hints, let me know. But let's get on to it. So it's going to be weird. I was planning on having some friends over so I could watch it, have a few drinks and all that, but obviously with the lockdowns and everything, can't do that now, which sucks, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. Probably be messaging everyone throughout the day, seeing everyone's views, but it's going to be a weird WrestleMania, having no crowd there over 2 days. I think is cool. Don't know whether it's something they'll look at in the future for WrestleMania. I don't know whether they are leaving it as a one-off, but yet again, WWE do have a habit of saying once only, and here it comes again. Prime example is Rock versus Cena. Once in a lifetime, ended up being twice in a lifetime. So it'll be interesting to see what happens out of that. Be interesting to see how the superstars react to not having an audience there. We've seen it on the past few weeks of Raw and SmackDown, but being Mania, and it'll be different to see their emotions and how they react. But as I said, sort of get onto my predictions now of what I think is going to happen. Kick things off with Otis and Ziggler. This has been it's been a fun setup. Given when SmackDown airs in Australia, I don't actually get to watch SmackDown that much. I sort of just go on a few websites, read the results, like when I get home from work. But I think it'll be very interesting after seeing what played out on most recent SmackDown, with how it's all being set up that way. It'll be interesting to see how this match plays out. I think seeing the swerve they put on SmackDown, I think that it'll be a double swerve, and I think Dolph will come out on top. I'd love to see Otis come out, see the good guy prevail, but I just don't think in this match that's going to be the case. Then go on to the women's tag team titles between the Kabuki Warriors and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. As I said, with these SmackDown matches, I'm not going to be knowing too much, just going off what I've read online from the shows and the results, the write-up of the results from the shows. I've just got a feeling that you can get the feeling coming out of the last couple of months that they really want to push Asuka as a singles competitor again. So I think just for that reason alone, I think Bliss and Cross will win. And I think they're the sort of team that can tandem team that can bring something out of the women's tag division. I think they can elevate it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there, but I think that should happen. I think it's the right decision, but you never know with WWE. Next up, for the Intercontinental title, Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan. Seeing Sami Zayn win the title off of Braun Strowman, it caught me by surprise. I thought if anyone in that match was going to get it, it would have been maybe a Cesaro. But I think Sami Zayn is, I reckon, right up there with Bryan in terms of technical ability. I rate Sami Zayn so highly. I think this is going to be one of the matches that could steal the show. How they played out, I don't know. Having everyone at rings, if they have them at rings, the other guys at ringside, I don't know how that'll play out. I think Daniel Bryan will win, get another bit of a title run. Obviously not like the Universal or the WWE title, but give him a bit more of a title run, given that I think his contract's up at some point this year, and there's talks that he may not be re-signing and maybe leaving. So I think WWE are going to try and give him some time with the belt and maybe try and persuade him to stick around a bit longer, but it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And then on to one of the matches of the weekend, Edge and Orton. I got a feeling this is going to be one of the big Hollywood style production matches that everyone's been talking about. For me, I've always loved Edge. This is a match where I think they're going to make them both look strong, but might be a bit biased, but I think Edge is going to definitely win it. Well, it might be biased because back when I was younger, in 2002, I think I was about 10, my mum actually bought me tickets and we drove down to Melbourne for the Global Warning Tour. And going through the Queen Victoria markets, I met Edge. He was so laid back, very easygoing. Ever since then, even when he's meant to be heel, I've still always loved Edge. It's something like that really made me, I don't know the right way to put this, but like ever since then, it's just, I can't hate Edge. I can't dislike him. I think Edge will that will be a great match, but I think Edge will definitely clear that one out. The next sort of two matches seem to sort of been thrown together last minute. I think these are sort of two of the filler matches, just to sort of try and bulk out over 2 nights, which is Elias versus Corbin. I think it's filler for Corbin because I think they've got something bigger planned for him. I think whether that's going after the Universal title, I don't know. But it'll be, I think Elias will win that match. And then you got Black and Lashley, and same there. I think with the way they're pushing, I definitely see Aleister Black pushing right up into the main event picture at some point this year. I think if not in the next 12 months, definitely in the next 18 months, I see him having a run with the title. I think it's the scene for him. I think he's just, as a performer, he's clearly one of the best. I also feel like watching his matches the last couple of weeks on Raw, it feels like they're trying to bring him up as a modern day Taker, which I don't know if that'll work or not, but we'll wait and see what plays out. Next up, got the Raw Tag Team titles between the Street Profits and Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Again, this is, I don't want to say this is one of those mashup matches, but if everything's to be believed, it was meant to be Rey Mysterio going for the US title against Andrade, but then obviously Mysterio had, from reports, got quarantined, and then Andrade's had an injury, so they've just, I don't know, I can't see the Street Profits dropping the belts here. They may in the next month or two, but I just can't see it happening now. think it'll be a really good match, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. But I definitely think it's the Street Profits that'll win that match. Then also got the SmackDown Tag Team titles. This is one of the hardest matches I've had to pick a winner from. I can see Miz and Morrison retaining. I don't know how the match is going to look like, with reports of Miz being sent home from it. But we'll wait and see how that plays out. But I couldn't pick, and I think just watching some other predictions and all that, and again, not knowing much about SmackDown, I'll just read the results, and sort of like the expanded explanation of results on certain websites, and I think the Usos will get up. It should be a good match, depending on what they do. It'll be interesting. And then Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I think Kevin Owens for sure will win this one. With all the talk of Rollins taking some time off after Mania, which I think, from the looks of things, with all the rulings put place in Florida, it'll happen anyway. But I think they would have already had this work out months in advance, like they always usually have to. So KO's going to win. They're pushing that KO hasn't had a WrestleMania moment, even though I'd still class his match against Jericho the other year where he won the US title. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, that was a massive moment against someone like Jericho. That's a big moment. But yeah, KO win that. Then you've got the SmackDown Women's match. A lot of the stuff I've been watching with predictions, they reckon it's going to be Naomi, but if they were going to go to Naomi, I think they would have done it at the Chamber or Super Showdown. I think what they're really pushing for is an extension on the Sasha Banks and Bayley rivalry, and I think that's going to happen with Sasha winning the title. It'll be interesting to see how the match plays out, but I think it'll definitely be Sasha winning it. Then you got John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I think this one is definitely going to be setting Wyatt up again for a big push. I think they know they made the mistake. I think WWE put themselves in that predicament by giving Wyatt as defending the title so early on in that push. I think it would have been better just keeping that push going, and then even maybe building to this moment for him to get the title. Might have been a better push, but I don't know. So yeah, that one will be interesting. As I said, I think Wyatt should win that. How they do the Firefly Funhouse match setup, I have no idea. It'll be very intriguing to see that. I think that'll be another one of those Hollywood style setups that's been rumored, and seeing how they do that will be very intriguing. Then on to Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. This one's been rumored for months. Everyone knew it was happening. I think Shayna Baszler, hands down, will win this. I think with Seth Rollins taking time off, you expect Becky Lynch to as well. I think this will probably be the time that they got engaged last year. I think this is probably the time where they go off and get married. But we'll wait and see what happens there. I think if they're taking time off, if Seth was taking time off, I think Becky would be doing the same thing, and probably something like that would happen. But yeah, so I see Shayna Baszler winning. Then you got Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's title. I think they're going to use this match to try and build how big the NXT Women's division is. It's a solid division. I'll make sure I watch NXT every week as much as I can when I get home from work on a Thursday night here in Australia. But I think, yeah, I definitely think Rhea Ripley's going to win it. I think they're using this as I said, to push the NXT Women's division, given that a lot of the given a lot of the main roster women's division stars, RBX, NXT, have come through NXT, I think it'll be good to see that push of this is where we were, this is where we are now. I think that might be one of the great matches. I think that could be one of the matches of the weekend, to be honest. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But as I said, Rhea Ripley, I think, will definitely pick up the W there. Then go on to the Universal title match between Goldberg and what was meant to be Roman Reigns, but obviously Roman Reigns is pulled out. Can fully understand why. Can't begrudge him that. But replaced him with Braun Strowman. I don't see Strowman winning this match. If he does, it'll be probably the upset of the weekend. But I just can't see Strowman winning the Universal title now. I think it was built up as being Roman Reigns' big crowning glory. But I think they could be building that a bit later on. As I said earlier, Corbin could be coming into. I feel Corbin could be coming into this picture, and then they could be setting up to prolong the Reigns-Corbin feud a bit longer. But we'll wait and see on that one. But I definitely think Goldberg is going to retain the title on that one and stick around for a little bit longer. Then on to Taker and AJ. This one, this feels big fight. This feels, watching Raw the other day and seeing Taker refer to Styles as Alan, like after being referred to as Mark, and it's for the first time in a while in a build-up, I felt myself marking out massively. I think this is probably. I really think this could potentially be Taker's last Mania match. Hope not, but honestly, I think I just don't see him being able to go much longer. Like, you see him in the ring, he doesn't move as freely as he used to. I think having this as a boneyard match, something different, I think can make it a bit easier. And being taped, they can work around that a lot more. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Taker for sure, 100% going to win. And watching a couple of as I said, I watched a couple more predictions. As I said, I've never done predictions for wrestling before, so as I said, there could be, got a feeling, as they've said, got a feeling there could be a sneaky appearance from Michelle McCool, given that she's been referenced a lot in this build. And that brings us down to the main event of the weekend, which is Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. Now, this match is straight away, as soon as I was watching the Rumble and I saw McIntyre eliminate Lesnar, straight away, you just knew this was the match. This was going to be the main event. They'd always sort of said going in that it was going to be Reigns going into the main event at Mania, which everyone sort of knew, but the Raw picture was sort of a bit more clouded. And then once that sort of happened, I was watching it with one of my mates, and we just looked at each other and gone, whoa, there's the main event. I think this is going to be a great match. They're both very physical competitors. The way McIntyre left, went and worked independence, went to TNA, went to Impact, and has been able to come back through NXT and just build himself back up. And the way he's transformed from that massive heel to this babyface is amazing transformation. Full credit to the work he's putting into the role and the effort he's putting in to make sure he's making the most of his time now. I think that's one thing that getting released a couple of years ago taught him. Lesnar, having Heyman, like, what more can you say? They sell. They sell events. They sell the arenas out. This one definitely see McIntyre winning. For anyone that wins this weekend and wins the title, I feel so sorry for them. Like, not being able to share it with the fans and share those emotions, but hopefully it brings out a different sort of emotion that you see with them not having that audience there, them just having that pure moment. I think could create a lot of memories to come. Like, I'm so hyped for this Mania. Seems weird being that there's no crowd over 2 days, but it's just something about it makes me think this is going to be a special weekend. This is going to be a special WrestleMania. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of my predictions? Might come back to after each day or at the end of both days with my reactions to what I've got right or what I've got wrong. If any of you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like what we're seeing, thumbs up, subscribe, check out my previous videos from stuff that I've done at the Sharks games in the Rugby League, Sydney FC games, the one Southern Sharks game I was able to get to before the lockdown came in. Also check out the video I did a couple of months ago where I did 30 days without social media. But most importantly, keep safe, look after yourself and your families, and as I always say, most importantly, keep living a great life. Peace.